Alright everyone, get ready because things just got intense. Karoline Leavitt, a sharp, confident, and unapologetically conservative woman, just shook things up in a way that has Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin scrambling. And the wild part, she didn't even have to step onto their stage to do it. After yet another harsh attack from The View, Joy Behar made a comment that Karoline was only given her position as Donald Trump's press secretary because of her appearance. Joy implied that Trump supported her because he thought she was a 10. But instead of staying quiet, Karoline hit back hard. She exposed their double standards, tore apart their arguments, and called out their hypocrisy. And now, the backlash is so strong that there are even rumors swirling that ABC executives might be considering shutting down The View altogether. Yes, it's that serious. So, what exactly did Karoline say that sent Whoopi into a meltdown, had Joy Behar rattled, and actually left Sunny Hostin speechless for once? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the latest drama. Okay, let's break this down. The View has landed in hot water once again, but this time, it's because they did exactly what they claim to stand against.
Let's get into it.
Undermining a woman's success.
Themselves into hot water again after
Joy
they
Behar
did the
stirred up
very thing
controversy
they purport to be
when she
against,
suggested that
undermining
Caroline
women's
Leavitt,
success.
a 27-year-old
Joy Behar
press
stunned viewers when she
secretary,
said Donald Trump's
only got
press
her job
secretary,
because of her
27-year-old
looks. Joy
Karoline
stated, "I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know, that's what it is." Now this remark was not just rude. It was especially bizarre coming from Joy, who always positions herself as a champion of feminism. People online immediately called her out. One person tweeted, "Disgusting. Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Trump thought she was a 10. So, what really happened?" The View went after Karoline once again simply because she is young, conservative, and refuses to follow their agenda. And just like they always do, they resorted to mockery, questioning her qualifications, and even suggesting that Trump's support for her was solely based on her appearance. Sound familiar? Joy, with her usual smug attitude, implied that Karoline didn't actually earn her career success. She made it seem like Karoline's achievements were just handed to her because of the way she looks. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg couldn't resist jumping in with her own take, claiming that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a platform to speak on. Whoopi said, "I would like this young lady, who by the way, this is her first job, to do a little homework, because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. She said, 'There will be no wokeness here.' Oh yeah, let me explain something to you. Without wokeness, you might not even have that job." Whoopi then went on a long rant about how women weren't always allowed at the table, and that wokeness was the reason women have opportunities today. She argued that in the past, women were excluded from important spaces, and because of that history, young women like Karoline should be grateful rather than rejecting progressive ideas. At one point, Whoopi passionately stated, "The reason we fought so hard was to make sure you didn't have to worry about this. And now, to hear you talk about wokeness like it's a bad thing, it was put in place for a reason. Women were not invited to this party before. It was a man's world, and we worked our butts off to make sure it was a person's world." Meanwhile, Sunny Hostin, true to form, turned the entire conversation into an issue of race. And that's when Karoline decided she wasn't going to take the criticism lying down. Rather than ignoring the attacks, Karoline responded with a takedown so brutal that The View's producers are probably still recovering. She completely dismantled their arguments, pointed out their hypocrisy, and made it clear that she earned her role through hard work, not because of anyone's opinion on her appearance. Karoline also made sure to highlight how ridiculous it was for a show that constantly claims to support women to turn around and tear one down just because she holds different political views. The backlash against The View has been intense. Viewers and commentators alike have been calling them out for contradicting their own message. Instead of empowering women, they attacked one simply because she didn't fit into their narrative. Now, as a result of all this controversy, there are rumors floating around that ABC executives might be considering shutting the show down altogether. That might sound extreme, but the backlash is growing, and The View's credibility is taking a serious hit. At the end of the day, this whole situation is a perfect example of why so many people are fed up with mainstream media.
His opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempt on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political, like we have seen in two instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust the media.
The controversy surrounding President Trump continues, with some accusing him of being a threat to democracy. His critics, including those who are deeply opposed to him, believe and spread these claims. Recently, politicians like Tim Walz and Kamala Harris made divisive comments about his supporters, labeling everyone who attended his rally at Madison Square Garden in a negative light. This kind of rhetoric is dangerous and fuels division. Despite this, the media continues to blame Trump for dividing the country, when in reality, it is the media that spreads falsehoods and the Democratic Party that promotes misleading narratives. However, the American people aren't buying into these lies anymore. That's why President Trump's popularity has surged to its highest level since 2016. Because people no longer trust the mainstream media. Karoline Leavitt didn't just respond to these attacks. She completely dismantled The View in a viral video that spread like wildfire across social media. She called out the show for what it really is, a group of out-of-touch elites who claim to support women while tearing down those who don't align with their views. She didn't hold back. Joy Behar, she pointed out, is a prime example of modern feminism's hypocrisy, mocking conservative women's looks and belittling their achievements instead of uplifting them. So much for female empowerment, right? Then, addressing Whoopi Goldberg, Karoline dismissed her claim that she owed her success to wokeness. She made it clear that her achievements came from hard work, unlike the unqualified diversity hires that The View props up. And as for Sunny Hostin, Karoline called her out for bringing up privilege while ignoring her own. Then, she dropped a line that left everyone stunned. The View doesn't want strong women. They want women who follow their script, and she refuses to play their game. Boom, the why. Second she posted the video, social media erupted. Within minutes, hashtags like Chucked Cancel, The View, and Karoline Exposes The View were trending. But the fallout for The View didn't stop there. They never saw this coming. They thought they could mock Karoline, dismiss her, and move on. Instead, they created their own worst nightmare. Rather than damaging Karoline's credibility, they only made her more popular. She was already making waves in conservative politics. But now she's a household name. Behind the scenes, ABC executives are reportedly in full-blown panic mode. Insiders claim producers are deeply unhappy with how this situation makes them look. Rumors suggest there could be major shakeups coming soon, with Whoopi and Joy's names coming up in tense discussions. Translation: their time might finally be up, and if you think The View's audience was going to blindly defend them, think again. Even some of their longtime fans are saying this went too far. One viral tweet summed it up best: The View preaches empowerment, but attacks any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Karoline Leavitt just exposed them for what they truly are. Meanwhile, sponsors are reportedly getting nervous. Some major brands are reconsidering their ad placements because, let's be honest, who wants to be associated with this disaster? At this point, the writing is on the wall. The View has been pushing the limits for years, but this time, they may have finally gone too far. The backlash is massive. Their hypocrisy is undeniable, and now ABC is facing a tough decision: clean house or cancel the show entirely. Let's be real, The View thrives on controversy, but when the backlash outweighs the boost in ratings, it's game over, and right now, they're on dangerously thin ice. Could this be the moment that finally brings down The View for good? Now it's your turn. Did The View cross the line this time? Was Karoline Leavitt's response the wake-up call the media needed? And do you think ABC will actually cancel the show after this mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this post and subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates.